Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Happened before Friday. Anyway, let's move on. Arsenal Sunday. Chris, people have been banging on after the Man City game that we played really well, we were unlucky, we basically threw it away. I'm seeing a lot of almost complacency coming in, that the idea is people think Arsenal are shitter, therefore we should be able to turn them over quite easily.
I think they've got something to prove, haven't they, Arsenal at the moment. I thought they'd signed really well this summer. They've obviously not scored or conceded yet this season in the 2 games so far, so they're going to be wanting a goal. They need a goal now, and you know that Santi Cazorla, he's a player, and even if I can't pronounce his name.
Come over old Paul Mason then, didn't you? Santi Cazorla.
You've got a roll on TalkSport lines up, like, you know,
you know it.
Most definitely. I think Gareth, it's bonkers. I said in the pre-season show that the attacking talent they brought in, Arsenal looked like they were going to be a major danger from day one, but it's not quite clicked yet. No. Is there a worry that we could be the team where it all comes together?
There is that. I mean, they're a good side, aren't they? And Wenger's a good manager, and there's some have they been in the top 4 17 times out of a possible 20 or something like that? So you can't knock Arsenal really. I know everyone says, they haven't won anything for whatever it is, 7 years now or something, but I like Wenger, and I like the footy he plays, and like you say, you just worry that it clicks against us. It's never going to be easy to beat them, and I certainly don't think we should think it's a given that we're going to beat them. I think it'll be an hard game, and one of them where it could go either way. I mean, we were unlucky not to beat them last season.
Yeah. Oh God, that was the final nail in the coffin for our season.
I think it just deflated everyone, didn't it? The way we lost it as well. So, but obviously they haven't got Van Persie now. But I mean, we're looking a little bit shaky at the back. From all accounts, I haven't actually watched them this season yet. I haven't had the chance, but I was reading some stuff on them today, and I think Arteta was saying we're not doing a lot wrong.
Yeah,
it's just a case of
they're playing like us last season.
It's interesting.
Giroud and Podolski, even Javinho, because you're talking about attacking talent. Chamberlain and Walcott have been on the bench both games. They're playing, and they're just not putting it in. They had 16 to Stokes, 5 shots away from home. One of them goes in.
Did you see?
It's very different.
Did you see match today at the weekend, or footy first or whatever? That chance right at the end where Giroud tries to lob the keeper, and if he just squares it to Ramsey, they're in, and they're the little things that decision making is probably cost them the goal so far.
They've strengthened up front, haven't they? So they don't know each other that well yet.
Yeah,
and that's where they.
And the thing is, it's not you're even talking about going back to last year. They bring in Park, the Korean from Monaco, and Joe Benton has never really done it. They've gone out and bought a German international with 100 caps for Germany, and Podolski. Giroud's a really highly rated French international.
Played for the league winners.
They've not strengthened on shit. And they're gonna score goals. It might take. In one sense, it might be like Crouch when he joined us. It takes 10 games and everyone gets on the back. But at some point, someone's going to come in for a fucking drubbing from Arsenal, because they're all going to get a goal.
Well, it's it'd be a year to the day pretty much since they had that 8-2. As you say, drubbing, to use to borrow the word from the Manx, and there was a thing again on TalkSport where they were saying how that this side's no good. They've got rid of Song and they've got rid of Van Persie, but I think it's bollocks. I mean, they've got look at the players they've still got in that side. There's a lot of those players, the likes of like Vermaelen if he stays fit and stuff, and that front three they brought in with Cazorla, Giroud and Podolski. You'd have all 3 of them. And that's before, as Aubrey says, Walcott and Chamberlain not even getting in the side just yet. To write off Arsenal is dangerous.
Yeah, they've got Wilshere to come back.
They're a good side, and I just think I like the stuff that Rodgers has been saying about sort of making Anfield really difficult place to play at again and all that. And that's why straight away it was encouraging again.
It's so hard. We have to help them score the goals, don't we?
But that Yaya Toure comment again about it being the hardest game he played in the Premier League. That brilliant. And if we can go out and do that to Arsenal as well, perhaps it's a good thing. I mean, we're sort of saying, well, it might all click, but at the same time, it might be a little mini confidence crisis that we can you know, capitalise on, and maybe we can beat them. I mean, I sort of like, before the season even started, and everyone was sort of having a little bit of a moan about the way the fixtures fell. And I was sort of trying to argue the other point and say, well, traditionally we've always played all right in the big games. I mean, this was the thing where I'd slightly temper what people were saying about City. You know, some people I think are getting slightly too excited about it, because this is what we've always done. We've always done all right against the big sides.
There's a fear that it could be a bit like the second leg against Gommel, where we go, wow, this is it. It's clicked, it's ready to go, and then we have to suffer a little bit of a setback again and remind ourselves that, hang on, no, we're not there yet. It's not fucking clicked.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that Arsenal, we're coming up against a side that do what we're trying to do a lot better, and they've been doing it for a fucking hell of a lot longer than we've been doing it as well.
Yeah, and like, you know, there's a lot of constants still in their side as well, isn't there? So there's more, it seems to me anyway, that there'll be more understandings, more partnerships and stuff in their side than there is in ours yet. Because you obviously need that in football, but no, I don't think we should be underestimating them, but I think they're beatable at the same time, and I think we're capable of getting a result against them.
Definitely. Chris, for you, obviously we've got Hearts before then. If you're watching this after Hearts, you know, we've had Hearts, and you'll know more than us about what Liverpool players are available. But that being said, I mean, for you, how do Liverpool approach this game personnel-wise?
I think it's going to be Reina, Johnson, Skirl, Agger and DK. Gerrard, Allen, Shelvey, possibly Sahin if Shelvey played on Thursday, and Barini, Suarez and Sterling again, I think.
I think as we discussed, albeit it depending on the depth of squad and who's going out and who's coming in and what have you, Sahin looks fairly nailed on to start this game. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do. I think, again, obviously it's hard without having the Hearts game in front and who we've sold and who we've bought. But it's still the beginning of the season, so I don't see why they can't play on Thursday and on Sunday if they have to.
Yeah.
And I think Sahin, obviously, you can't get a game against. I don't know, because he can't get that Hearts game to get him going, and you're really going to throw him in.
Well, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? That is he's fresh, but he's also not played.
Never played with these players before, so I think he'll play some part. Whether he starts, I'm not sure. Possibly the same with Asadi.
He seems, or certainly like basing it on hearing him speaking, that he seems like an intelligent fella, though, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He's not like Charlie Adam, and like, you know, so I think maybe like, you know, he would get the systems, you know what I mean, and the role and all that, and you know, looking at the type of player that I've seen anyway, he looks to me that he could maybe just slot in and he'd know what he was doing, you know, Allen-esque, like.
Well, there's a point I think it's Paul Tompkins made in his article on the web. I think it's the Tompkins article, Chris, and he talks about how the Dortmund side that Sahin played in was very high tempo, very pressing, very a quick passing side. So, and it's what we talked about, the kind of players that Rodgers is going to look to bring in, is this idea of buying players to whom the system isn't completely alien.
Well, that's it, yeah. And let's not forget as well, apart from that, he's playing against the side that, if he does play, he's playing against Arsenal, who he turned down essentially, or who didn't put the money in to buy him, or didn't, 14-15 million the season.
Oh no, it's because he's fucking shit, mate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, go and prove a point then.
Yeah.
I was worth the fucking 15 million at the end of that season-long loan. So
that makes sense to me. Right then, the score prediction league is on. Aubrey, hit me.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm going to have to show you my workings again.
Have you got it? Let me see.
Count down adjudicator.
It's written in bio. What is it?
It is 1-0.
An independent adjudicator.
I'll accept it.
Robbo, what are you going for?
2-0 to Liverpool.
I hope you're right.
Revenge for last season.
1-0, definitely 1-0. Do you know what changed?
No, I've even gone Sterling.
You've even named the scorer.
Yeah, do you want to
No.
Sure.
Got mine written down here. Sterling.
Amazing, it's all gone a little bit weird. Oh man.
You think you have the answer?
2-1.
Okay.
2-1 to Liverpool. Scorers, wow. Danny Agger is going to get one. And
left or right?
Head. And Luis Suarez.
Okay. Okay.
Because why not? Please do let us know your score predictions, of course, and you can join in our score prediction league at home. Why not? As we've mentioned on the subscriber show this week, Jim Bourbon leads the way, having gotten the Man City score spot on. Bastard. Yes. So also let us know what you think Liverpool's starting 11 is going to be. Our subscriber shows another 2-hour bonanza this week. We've talked about the Man City game in depth. We've talked about Liverpool's transfer rumours. We've talked about Hearts, which again, if you're watching this after Hearts, will be of no interest to you, but it's still interesting. So please do tune in for that. It's on www.redmentv.com. As I always say, always. It's free for the month via PayPal. Give it a look if it's shit. Fuck it off, whatever. Before we wrap up the Arsenal preview though, we've got Gareth with us, editor-in-chief of Well Read. There's a new issue out. We asked you beforehand this time what's in it, so you had a little chance to swat up on your own mag. To briefly sum up, why should people be buying this issue?
In this issue, I've written a big thing myself about quite a lengthy thing about the owners, really. Going back to what I was saying earlier, really, about I think some people are being negative for the sake of being negative, and I almost think if you sat them down and said, well, what is it you want your owners to do? You know, I don't think, you know, I think the FSG have got things wrong, but I think they've got things right, and I don't think they're as bad as some people are painting. So like, I've gone into depth and tried to be really fair and look at both sides of the arguments on that. So a big piece on them. Stuff on Rodgers as well. I'm a fan. Neil Scott, who's always written for Well Read from day one pretty much, I think, big red, good writer, he's not so big a fan, and he's a bit more of an old school Red, if you like, and he's a bit, you know, worried about that values have gone down the drain and that sort of thing, and he argues his point equally well. So sort of whatever side you're on the fence, have a read of the two pieces and see where you are. And then there's a few more light-hearted stuff about our beloved ITKs on Twitter and that type of thing.
Oh, how we love them.
And while I'm in the middle of the plug, we've now got an app. So if you're sitting there watching it in some far-flung place and thinking, oh no, well, they won't send me the mag or they're going to charge me a shitload on postage, there is now a version that you can get on your phone, your iPad, your Android, your PC, whatever. Just look it up in iTunes if you're on that. If you're not on that and you're on the other stuff, it's called, look up Exact Editions, and you can get it via that. And people who've got the app so far have been very complimentary about it. It's $2.99 for 3 months access to basically every mag we've done.
Yeah.
So including the current edition, or you can subscribe for the year and get every edition, and it renews on your phone and everything, and you still get that access to all the back issues as well. So plenty of reading. Embracing the digital culture now. Indeed.
We all know your opinions on print media. So this is the future. Like the future of Well Read is on your mobile.
We'll see.
Or you can roll it up and stick it in your back pocket when you go to the game. Like, you know what I mean, and fend off like manx if you ever get into a scrap. Like, because you don't want to be using your phone. £400 iPhone 4, fuck off. There you go, Dave. You want to pick that up? That is the current issue with a rather sexy looking picture of is that Lucas? Oh, look at him. He's looking very such a handsome lad without long hair, and he don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, yeah.
Just nodding, thinking.
Yeah.
What do we think of that? Oh, he's
expert
lovely.
analysis of pro viewers.
I turned into his nan for a minute there. Like anyway, yeah. Please do check it out. wellredmag.co.uk as well. So we do that every single time, don't we? It's on there, wellredmag.co.uk, brilliant. Yeah, so please do check that, and of course, while we're doing plugs, one more plug, go and check out the subscriber show, do it, yeah. Dave, how are we doing for time?
15 minutes.
Fantastic. Stephen Gerrard.